Hi, Capricorn Sun and Rising. Welcome to your August 2022 Astro Update. It's Serena here. Well, coming off of that very powerful full moon in your sign in the middle of July, we have the Leo season, it extends until the third week of the month. Leo for you is the eighth house. And this is a very deep area. This is the house of regeneration, house of death, but regeneration as well. The house of transformation. I guess that's similar to regeneration. It's the house of magic, sex magic, but also shamanism and occult studies. Astrology and the tarot are considered attached or connected to this house. And it's other people's money. So these themes may come up for you with different planets transiting, inner planets transiting in that house in different ways, but kind of that same overall theme. Because Mercury is also in this sector until the 4th of the month, and Mercury kind of is dotting the I's and crossing the T's, is very like into thinking on things, researching, making sure things are right. It's funny because then it goes into Virgo, and that's what Virgo's all about, is paying attention to the small details. But in that case, when Mercury goes into Virgo on August 4th, it's going into your ninth house because it's a fellow earth sign like you. So it forms a trine, and it's very good for studying religious material. It's cooperative for travel plans, long distance in particular, academia, whether you're trying to contact a university or enroll, that kind of thing, or you're applying to teach or whatever, that's all featured. On the 11th, we have a pretty big day because we have two important transits. We have Venus going into Leo, and we have a full moon at 19 degrees of Aquarius. And these are two signs that oppose each other. But at full moons, the opposition that is guaranteed is with the Sun and Aquarius. In this case, Venus is going into Leo, but it's not going to form an opposition because it's too far apart from the degree of the full moon of 19 degrees. So officially it won't form an opposition. So when Venus goes into that eighth house, this is a great time for you and your partner to really take your intimacy seriously. I mean, this may not even be something that you have to remind yourself to do. It just may happen. And that can be telling that person things that you haven't told them before. Maybe you've kind of lived on the surface of the relationship, and now you're really able to talk about what truly is going on for you. This could be about receiving money from a will. Venus can be money, and it can be coming from someone other than you, so some other source providing that money. The full moon in Aquarius is your second house of earned income. That's the money that you earn, but I would add to it that it could be money that you attract into your reality. Do you attract eighth house money? Maybe, but I'm looking at this as more of the money that you don't have attached to other people that you know, but that you're attracting into your reality. So That could even be connected, though, I would say, to what is happening with that eighth house action, since Venus is there. This can be getting money that you're owed. So maybe there's some kind of a legal matter that has been resolved, and now you're getting the money that you were supposed to get, or if this was some kind of a lawsuit or money from a work-related matter, who knows? But that could, maybe you're going to get a raise, anything along those lines. For some people, especially if you are a senior citizen, you might be retiring. This might be the end of the line for you as far as your work life, or at least wherever you're working now. And that can apply to anybody at any age who is leaving their current place of employment or stopping a certain sort of income stream. On the 20th, Mars goes into Gemini. I'm going to create a separate video on this because it is very important. Mars will be staying in this sign for 7 months. So that is very important and very unusual. It is going to retrograde, that's why. This is your 6th house of work. So, yeah, I mean, sometimes that might mean that you're going to be working like, I was going to say like a dog for the next 7 months. Maybe at times you're going to pull back, or you won't be able to work. There'll be some reason why you can't work starting in late. It's funny, it's actually during the holiday season because now the holiday season begins right after Halloween, and Mars goes retrograde on the 30th of October, if I'm not mistaken, and goes direct like January 12th or something along those lines. So that's right in that holiday and post-holiday season. So why would somebody work less during those times? Maybe because there are other outer factors that are prohibiting it. So who knows? But in general, right now, let's just focus on the influence for August. This can be working more. This could be having some kind of conflict with a coworker. And this may be related to the other thing I was talking about with Venus going into that 8th house, that there could be some kind of, all of this could be like converging. And if you like filed a lawsuit, or even whatever they call it, grievance, something that's less than a courtroom, but in your business, or your company, then they might be resolving it in your favor and you're going to receive money from it, but they could still bring up conflict in the workplace. Because remember that even if somebody does you wrong in the workplace and you have the legal authority to file a grievance, even if you win, you could still lose, in the sense that it could be extremely awkward to go to work. Unless this is something where you just want the money, you just want the financial compensation, and you're on your way out anyway. You could be working out for your health. On the 22nd, the sun goes into Virgo. So the sun goes into that 9th house. Very international, like there's a lot of international vibes here. So you're expansive. You might want to do something. Maybe this is something that, some kind of position that you're taking in an academic role. On the 25th, Mercury goes into Libra. That's another cardinal sign. So that's going to be your 10th house of career. You could be talking to people in positions of authority. Maybe it's negotiating with them. You know what, I didn't kind of connect the dots. Maybe for some of you, you want to work remotely and you want to work abroad because you want to travel while you're doing it. Whether it's because you just want to travel or you come from another country and you want to see family and you want to be able to still keep your job. So you could be negotiating something like that. You are going to, in 2023, there are going to be eclipses, at least one eclipse to this sector for you, Capricorn. So this is something, and then going into 2024. So you are going to see changes, or I should always say could, because there are no guarantees in this area of life, and you may be very committed to, trying to make things work for you, to make them, to shape them into something that you would be able to do, because perhaps for a long time you've gone along with the program and now you feel this sense of like authority and what have you. You might even be speaking in front of people. The 10th house can be the public. So this could be like some kind of public speaking that you're doing for some reason that has a lot of people listening, or just putting out your words in a big way. On the 27th, we have a new moon at 4 degrees of Virgo in that 9th house. You may be opening up your view of life. There are new moons in Virgo every year, so I'm not saying, oh, wow, this is somehow different. But based on the fact that Pluto is almost finished with its run in your sign, you already have probably undergone massive transformation the last 15 years, or 14, as I am recording this. And it might be something where you see the world in a different way. So you have a different life philosophy, and this is really bringing this home for you, and for some reason. Maybe, like I said, it could be that you are going to be on sabbatical if you work in an academic setting, or you are going to be working remotely and being a digital nomad. So, yeah, I mean, it's funny too, because Mars, I was thinking of Mars and Gemini, and I think of Mars and Gemini as very restless. And in the 6th house, it might be hard for you to, when you have Mars, to stay in one place or to feel like you can just be rooted. You might just have a lot of desire to be adventurous and explore. Okay, that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, I'm promoting my double readings. It's the best value. And if you're looking for something more comprehensive, I do have single readings for the natal chart itself, for the transits itself, but I have one that combines that, called my deep dive reading, and they're 2 hour-long, full-length readings that are discounted because you're buying it as a package. I also have the whole enchilada, which is a full-length tarot reading and your choice of natal chart interpretation or transits. So you can check out my offerings at the link below. I'm at RainaMoonAstrology.com. Thanks for listening and have a great month. Bye.